women have a lot to fear from men. Men don't have that much to fear from women on a point-by-point hookup basis, okay? Like, let me be clear. If I date a girl, or let's say I hook up with a girl on Tinder, okay? Unless she has a weapon, she cannot hurt me. Not really. I'm not going to sit here and spew any woke bullshit about how, like, actually men and women don't have, you know, like, oh, there's not that much of a difference. That's not true. Like, there's a huge difference physically in terms of, like, the ability to inflict harm to another person. I feel like I could be totally off on this, but, like, judging from my experiences of, like, wrestling in high school and boxing for years and years, like, I'm pretty sure that the average woman legit, like, can't actually hurt you unless they get you in the throat, the eyes, the nuts. Like, unless they have a weapon. I'm sounding kind of overconfident here, but, like, holy shit, the strength difference is massive. It's huge. So I don't fault women for being more concerned with their safety and their well-being and stuff. But I only started feeling even remotely concerned for my well-being when I started hooking up with men. Because even though the type of men I hook up with tend to be a lot smaller and weaker than me, they're still a lot stronger than your average woman. Instantly, like, the difference is narrowed quite a bit. And once the difference is narrowed, it's like, okay, well, if they do end up being kind of, like, fucking crazy. So yeah, there are people in chat who are mad at what I just said, but, like, I stand by it, you know. You know, if they did end up being, like, fucking crazy, like, okay, they could pose a potential threat. And a lot of guys are a lot more violent than women. That's definitely true. So, like, that probably weighs heavily on the minds of women who do casual hookups. I've always said that if you're a woman and you casually hook up with a guy, you're putting so much on the line, especially if you go to their apartment. Man, talk to your women friends if you have them. So many of them will have stories of a guy who was really fucking creepy or crazy, and, like, they feared for themselves. They feared for their life or whatever for a time. Like, almost always you'll get that story for them. Do I have that story? Having hooked up with a decent number of people? No, I don't. It's never happened to me. Not once. But I know women who have hooked up with 2 people, and the first one, yes, was a psycho. So there's a lot to worry about there. But we can work to fix these things. They can be addressed. And I think that, you know, to an extent, there are better attitudes in the queer community. So that's all. It's fucking roulette. Yeah. Have you ever been with a guy way bigger than you? The first man I ever had sex with was physically stronger than me. Yes. He is a mountain climber. He was quite in shape. I'm almost certain that he could have, like, yeah. He was taller. He was not taller, vermin. At most, he was the same height. Now you're a certified selfish top. I never denied that allegation. How tall are you? I'm 6'2". He literally was cunt. He's 6'4". He's 6'4"? Oh, sorry. I guess it was hard for me to appreciate the height difference when he was on his hands and knees the whole time. Vaush, do you think body standards for women versus men have changed in the last 20 to 30 years? It seems like the movies/TV shows the fat guy hooking up with a supermodel is a lot rarer these days. Okay, the fat guy supermodel pairing in, like, sitcoms was always just really cheesy, sort of like fan service bait. I don't think that's actually a difference in real body standards. I just think that was, like, the lazy, you know, yeah, I just think that was dumb. It was always dumb. It was because, like, the guy is like, "Ah, I'm Homer Simpson, I'm fat, I'm boorish, but I'm funny." And then, like, the wife's job is she has to be hot because, like, the audience wants to look at a hot woman. You know, it was always that. It was just fan service. Lois and Peter. Well, Family Guy is making fun of that tendency to an extent, right? Like, because Homer, like, Marge isn't drawn hot. Marge is just drawn like a woman in the show. There are hot women in The Simpsons who are, like, drawn differently than, like, they're distinguished in some way, even in their weird art style. And Homer, like, Homer's a fat schlub, but he's not, like, that fat. But then, like, you go further and Peter is really fat. Yeah, I don't know. Usually they tempt Homer to cheat with them. Yeah, and they have, like, a sultry voice. Whereas Marge talks like this. I don't know. He was fat from the 90s. Yeah, but there are, like, fatter characters, like, by far, right? Barney is much fatter than Homer is. And Lois? I think Lois is drawn, like, kind of normal for the show. Honestly, one of the reasons why I like American Dad better than Family Guy by far is just the fact that the dad isn't just, like, a fat guy. He's a much better character, like, by far, than everyone else, I think. Because the plot of every single American Dad episode is him being, like, an idiot Giga Chad, but he's not that much of an idiot. He's kind of an idiot in the same way that Archer is, Sterling Archer from Archer, in that he's an idiot, but he has, like, selective moments of competence that kind of define. I honestly think the the loss of those moments of competence were what made Homer less interesting of a character. I feel like Homer was way more funny when he was kind of a dumb buffoon who was trying his best, but every once in a while he would like get his shit together and like have a dad moment, or he would like put his best effort in. One of my favorite episodes of The Simpsons was always the time where he became an accidental inventor because he he got it in his head that you could just make it big if you were an inventor. So he had like a shotgun that fires makeup and whatever. But then he came up with like a chair that has on a hinge a little second set of legs that fold out when you lean backwards, so you don't fall back and you get to like lean back. And when I was a kid, I thought that was kind of cool. And I was like, oh, okay, well that kind of is like, that is the kind of like weirdly clever thing that a dumb, lazy guy would come up with if he was trying. You know, that was nice. But now Homer is just like a massive retard with no redeeming characteristics. He got flanderized, yeah. The reason the Simpsons movie is as good as it is because of the moment where Homer actually faces consequences for his dumbassery, then gets it together in the end. Yeah, the Simpsons movie was really good. The Simpsons movie was like the last good Simpsons thing that came out, I guess. It's so frustrating, man. Okay, to anyone in the audience who's not even like a Zoomer, to anyone in the audience who's 30 or younger, you owe it to yourself to go back and watch a couple of classic Simpsons episodes, because you would kind of watch them the same reason you would go back and watch like, I don't know, fucking North by Northwest. Like, it's kind of a bedrock of modern culture. But it used to be good. I swear to God it did. Yeah, seasons 2 to 8. Thoughts on Archer in general, the show? People say that Archer fell off, but in my memory, I remember enjoying every season of Archer. The main problem that I had is that it went on for too long. I can't tolerate episodic shit that much anymore. I used to be okay with it back when I was a kid and I was just watching stuff on TV and it was just like, oh, here's a random episode that I can see. But the more media I consume, the more I need there to be serialization. I need real, like, status quo changes. And not just little sitcom changes like they do in Archer, where it's like, this season this thing happens, and this season this thing happens. I mean, like, actual episode by episode progression. However, it's really well. Archer's still going? Oh, 13 seasons. Holy shit. I only saw the first 7. Have you seen Inside Job? Yeah, I saw Inside Job. I liked it a lot. I liked Inside Job a lot. I love Reagan. Yeah, rip Inside Job. I have a crush on Reagan Ridley. I will never stop bringing this up because I'm so fucking mad that they got rid of her. I like my autistic, neurodivergent, highly competent, obsessive, dark eye circled, hook nose GF. It's very good. It's a good archetype. And we didn't have enough of it, and now we have none of it. She is 9. That is not true. Rick and Morty? Yeah, I'm not really talking about the art style. I'm talking about the character. The art style is just, like, generic. Yeah, here we go. Oh, this makes her a lot older than she actually is, but that's cool. There's older Ridley. Needs more eye circles, though. Her eyes have to be, like, dark, you know? Man, there is so much fan art of her now that the show is canceled. I didn't see as much fan art when the show was still running. Yeah, there's like a lot. Oh man, people love her. Holy shit, that's so cute. I like her too. Oh, look how cute this one is. Hold on. Oh, sorry, I can't load that one because Reddit is down right now. Oh shit, this person's horny. Look at that. They horny. Me too. All the time.